Shooting your own blood out of your eyes and being able to grow an ant-shaped protrusion on one's back are just some of the fascinating and weird animal adaptations that Mother Nature has come up with over the millennia. I'm Afif, one of Caribbean Pangeran Muhammad Rana Yasin Hafli, and I'm going to be discussing strange adaptations about the starfish. All right, first things first. Did you know that marine scientists have undertaken the difficult task of replacing the beloved starfish's common name with sea star? Because, well, the starfish is not a fish. It is an echinoderm or an echinodermata, closely related to sea urchins and sand dollars. I know, what a buzzkill. So if you are trying to survive in a constantly changing and dangerous environment filled with predators, these specialized adaptations would be very useful. Beyond their distinctive shape, sea stars are famous for their ability to regenerate limbs and in some cases, entire bodies. They accomplish this by housing most or all of their vital organs in their arms. Some require the central body to be intact to regenerate, but a few species can just grow an entirely new star from just a portion of a severed limb. Like my pinky. Most sea stars also have the remarkable ability to consume prey outside of their bodies. Using tiny suction cup tube feet, they pry open clams and oysters, and their sac-like cardiac stomach emerges from their mouth and oozes into the shell. The stomach then envelops the prey to digest it and finally withdraws back into the body. Now here's something you've probably never heard of. Starfish have eyes on their arms. To be honest, we've known about this for about 200 years. But we didn't know until the 4th of July that starfish can actually, make decisions about stuff and, see. But how come we knew something had eyes, but we never guessed it could see with them? Well, because the really important part of being able to see is having a brain, especially the part of the brain that is capable of processing light signals into visual information. Like, oh, that's a fridge. I'm going to open, oh, pizza. I'm going to eat it. So 3 months ago, marine biologists from the University of Copenhagen presented a research paper that seems to prove otherwise. The scientists compared the behavior of the starfish species Lynkia luvigita, some of which don't have eyes and some of which do. When placed a meter from a coral reef, which is chock full of things starfish like to eat. The starfish with eyes made a beeline for the reef, while the starfish without eyes, of course, just bumped around randomly, going here and there. So it seems that somehow these creatures don't need a brain to process and understand images. The team thinks these eyes are probably a lot like the very first eyes that evolved in the simplest ancient animals, revealing what kind of tasks probably drove early evolution, specifically navigating towards large stationary objects that hold food, like reefs or fridges.